you don't want to go down some of these heads routes, bro. Building these echo chambers and all that type of jazz. But to a degree, like, you're gonna play into it. This is like the same thing again with like playing a character, like being a content creator. Like, you play up more into that character because you want to cultivate an audience that obviously likes that side of you, yada yada. None third. So I can see her doing that. But if she legitimately was doing some genre like this, where like, oh yeah, man, I'm ugly, and then the next vid, guys, how pretty do you think I am? Am I a wonderful girly pop? Like, yeah, Nadine, babe, why are you doing this shit? It's giving pick me, babe. Like, come on, like, what are we doing? I ain't gonna lie, we're shaking around this time, baby. What's happening? Yo, if you saw title thumbnail, yeah, we checking out another body influencer girl, girly pop. Tough. We got Nadine Beauty. Apparently, she's a German, you know what I'm saying, content creator, influencer girl. She promotes body positivity, all that type of jazz we done dealt with before, you know, all the other heads that are, you know what I'm saying, body positive. It's crazy works out here. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these babes, insane. But yeah, apparently she been getting some like over excessive hate. Like, Jones is wild, and I don't know. Because sometimes with these heads, like, they deserve it. Climb her down, we looking at you. Tough. Somebody says they truly do deserve that jump. But other ones like, yo, sometimes, yo, the hate be getting too much. And apparently with her, heads might have been getting out of line. But y'all already know what it is. We're going to be here to check it out. But before we get into that, yo, I seen some heads talking crazy about girly pop. Coco's crazy? Because we watching her vid today, I'm seeing some heads like, yo, Coco's crazy, doing too much. She's getting into all this crazy John. I'm sitting here like, what? Never. So I'm scanning the page and I'm looking through her vids. Heads were saying she's clickbait and rage bait. And I'm like, I don't know. But maybe they saying Trilly's biased, because I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate Girly Pop's work. Her video is really good. Be watching them again all the time. Y'all see them on the page. But yeah, unless she really doing some crazier John like that, and I really need to look into it, I don't know. From my side, the Girly Pop is chilling, babe. They gonna say Trilly shilling. He's glazing. But yeah, unless she really on a crash out timing, because you know, like some of these heads are we be covering, I don't know. Girly Pop's good. But y'all, again, let me know down in the comments. Is Trilly tripping? Do we gotta look into it crazier more? Seeing what's going on with Coco crazy? I don't know. Let me know. But other than that, I appreciate Girly Pop, like I said, in the vids. And we about to hop right into this one. So, let's do it. Like I said, shout out Lover Babes. Coco's crazy. We got how Nadine Beauty suddenly became hated. Of course, if you guys want to watch the OG vid, down in the description, first link, go share the love. And let's get right into it, baby. Let's do it.
How can a regular TikToker star become hated out of the blue? Well, that may be the case with Nadine Beauty, who's a German TikToker who blew up in the early 2020s due to her ability to hop on trends and her promotion of body positivity. I'm going to make something clear in this video. I'm not going to be hating or exposing her like I did with Clara Dua, because overall, I kind of side with her in this situation. We're more going to be discussing why people are hating on her so much recently and why there's multiple hate videos on her and thousands of hate comments. So with that, let's get started. This video is a reminder that one video can turn thousands of people against you, even if the video is kind of a misunderstanding, or is it? You'll have to decide in the comments.
And that's true. Like, yo, some heads take you out of context and all that type of jazz, which, funny enough, saying that, John, is exactly what Clara Dow was trying to say and what Jasmine Tan was trying to say. But I'm gonna leave it alone, especially on Clara Dow part. Like, she just openly said she not apologizing. So she acknowledged, well, actually, she said I'm not apologizing. Then she said, I didn't make any mistakes. So, not only she not going to apologize for the junk she did, which was promoting EDs, but, yo, she not even going to acknowledge and grow from these mistakes. I can't even talk. Grow from these mistakes because, yo, again, to grow from some junk, you got to realize you did something wrong to obviously play above that and to improve from there. But, I don't know.
First, I want to remind you to join my Discord and subscribe to my animation channel, link in description below. With that, let's get into it. Nadine has gone viral countless times on YouTube and TikTok, but now her presence on the internet is nearly non-existent. At times, she doesn't post for months. Recently, she took a month break. While she's never stated why, it may be because of the events that occur in this video. But of course,
she posts like mad spaced out.
That's just my assumption. Simple Dance is following trends. Out of everyone on YouTube, she seemed to be the least likely to get into a serious controversy and turn a lot of people against her. She posted stuff like this. Her channel grew to a whopping 5 million, nearly 6 million.
It's looking like, you know what I'm saying, casual girly pop, you know what I'm saying, NPC, I know it's a buzzword, like type content. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless it's getting crazier, like we popping out Lala City or some junk. But you know what I mean, like, just based off of that vid, like, yeah, it's just looking like, yeah, she posted whatever, you know what I'm saying? Probably like, you know, young teenage girls will like this John. It doesn't look harmful, at least in any way. So far. I don't know, some John, but...
million, in fact, to be exact, 5.88. She grew to be known as one of the biggest TikTokers in the entire country of Germany, which is actually pretty impressive because I'm probably like the 1700 millionth YouTuber in the US. She posted a lot of positive content about her body and relationship. I know, I would know from all the comments I get about how negative
a little bit of gooner bait. I'm peeping game.
If I am, but yeah, let's just not get into that right now. She had different body features which she would use to discuss and spread body positivity. She would discuss her legs having spotted colors and her hair having gray streaks. She discussed this in a lot of her videos, encouraging people to embrace.
It's cute though. I like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
different. She kind of reminds me of other TikTokers such as Clara Duo. Before Clara changed in a pretty bad way, both of them
the worst way.
Used to kind of spread love and positivity to their viewers. But everything would change in a matter of months, and thousands of people would turn against her when an exposed video was made on her. And I have a feeling a lot of people won't agree with this person who made the exposed video, and personally, I don't agree with them either. But I feel like we need to discuss it because a lot of people turned against her due to it. And kind of going off of what I said before, it was mainly two videos that would make people so mad at Nadine. Firstly, it was a video Nadine released where she pretends to turn into a monster and puts on fake teeth. This would lead to the user making a video calling her out, saying she was making fun of people with deformed teeth. Thousands of people would agree with this person, along with many...
No, we're not doing this.
People in her comment sections. Overall, these people aren't far off, but I believe that this situation
bro, you know them fucking... Y'all know them fucking, like, vampire plastic teeth you get, like, for Halloween and shit? They be sometimes putting them in the goodie bags for Halloween and shit. Bro, if she put on, like, some of these shits and niggas are saying she making fun of motherfuckers for having deformed teeth, bro, this is bullshit. Like, I can't... Yo, sometimes, bro, sometimes some of the shit I cover, I can just never believe it. Like, yeah, this really some internet shit. Like, well, actually, it's like Astrovina. I ain't gonna lie, which we gotta get into part 2, which y'all gonna see. It's some real life shit, but goddamn, it's really some toxic internet shit.
Just a big misunderstanding. Here's the video.
Brother, she literally has hashtag Halloween. Are we dead ass? There's no fucking way now. What the fuck are we doing?
And people were not happy from this video at all. They did not like it one bit. They saw it as stuck up. They saw it as rude. And they saw it as her just making fun of people with deformed teeth. They said that just because your teeth aren't perfect doesn't mean that you're a monster. And I feel, controversial opinion probably, but I feel like this is kind of a stretch because...
Yeah, because like she put hashtag Halloween. You realize she's doing this shit for the holidays, right? Like it's the whole... Bro, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
I don't think this is what
maybe I'm tripping. Yeah, and again, like I always say, like, yo, I love having a, you know what I'm saying, discourse. Like, yo, y'all let me know if I'm ever tripping or wrong in the comments. But like, of course, cordial, amicably, cool. We gotta keep the community safe and loving, baby. You feel? But like, nah, I'm not seeing it. Like, I see that TikTok video, there's no way I'm looking at this shit getting offended, especially if it has hashtag Halloween. Like, I know what she's doing, like the purpose of this video is obviously to be inspired by, you know, events and holidays such as Halloween going on. Like, what the fuck? It doesn't make any sense. Maybe I'm tripped out, unless she said some shit like that where it's supposed to be an offense to people directly who have deformed teeth, but it didn't look like within that video she did it at all. Like, hold on. I mean, let me fucking...
rude, and they saw it as her just making fun of people with deformed teeth. They said that just because your teeth aren't perfect doesn't mean that you're a monster. And I feel...
Let me see this shit. I'm a monster. Halloween. Fake. Monster. I don't... And there's no text on the screen. So I don't even know how the fuck niggas would find this shit insulting, but whatever. I don't... Oh, shit.
to do. I feel like it was kind of not intended to make fun of people with deformed teeth. I feel like she just wanted off the top of her head to think of what would represent a monster. She thought, oh, crazy teeth. So I just feel like this is kind of a stretch. But at the same time, like, if I had deformed teeth and I had been made fun of it countless times, I could see where they're coming from. Like, they see it as rude. Maybe,
you know, of course, like, you would want to be insulted for something that you can't control. That's what I'm saying. Like, people making fun of motherfuckers' genetics, and that's why I always say, like, especially with racism and shit too, like, racism and shit is so fucking stupid because, like, bro, niggas, at the end of the day, we all bleed the same, yada yada. Niggas gonna die, we get shot, yada yada, this, that, and third, yada yada counter. But, like, none of that shit matters. So I could, of course, understand, like, within something that you can't control, like your race, and of course, like, you know, genetics within your body, like if you have genetic deformities, anything like that. I don't understand if you've been insulted, especially if people are directly insulting you. But within her video, in the context of her vid, it's right there. There's no text on this shit. Like, she's not directly calling out these ads. I'm not gonna lie. But of course, people who do, fuck y'all, cause y'all weird as shit. Like, yo, stop making fun of niggas, especially on shit they cannot control. Like, I'm sure if they wanted to be normal, they would be. That's all I'm saying. Like, niggas be too picky and choosy. I don't know, bro. Niggas on weird shit. I say motherfuckers need to worry about their own life, but I guess that's kind of hypocritical. I'm out here fucking slopping it up.
Maybe that is what she intended, but overall, in my opinion, I think it just looks bad from the viewpoint. Teeth shouldn't define beauty. My teeth are not like this, but I was offended. So most of the top comments were calling her out for this, and I can once again kind of see their perspective. Like, this could be seen as offensive, but I don't...
It could be potentially, but... Into what regard, though? Because she's not directly saying people with, like, you know what I'm saying, malformed teeth are monsters. She just did this shit in the spirit of Halloween.
Think that she meant that. I think she was just trying to look like a vampire or something, and she thought crazy teeth off the top of her head. She didn't straight out say, if you have crooked teeth, you're horrible.
Exactly.
But overall, this wouldn't be the only video that would cause controversy. In fact, it was only the start for Nadine. People would also be annoyed that she would make multiple videos about body positivity. A lot would be saying that she's a pick-me and she makes her body her entire personality. Most would comment a lot of things about her making her hair her entire personality or her legs, kind of similar to Clara Duo.
Yeah,
except, once again, we all know what Clara did, and that's not for this video for now. She would get a lot of hate for this because her videos were kind of repetitive, some would say, because she would kind of make the same videos about her legs over and over and over again, and overall that would cause kind of a shift.
No, I'm sure that can get annoying because, yeah, like, we understand, you know, she has obviously some things going on. I forgot what it's called. I was looking at a John for earlier. What is it called? Yeah, she has piebaldism. Yeah, rare genetic trait that causes patches on the skin and hair pigment, and lack of hair pigment, which has, like, you know, causes the distinct streaking hair. I ain't gonna lie, Shirley cannot grammar. Terrible baby. But nah, like, obviously having you know, piebaldism is what's causing, you know, her legs to look like that, and then her white streaking hair. But even still, I can understand if Heads is like, yo, if she's making videos back to back to back to back to back, just like Clara Dot was making videos like about her body and, you know what I'm saying, her being more petite and flat back to back to back, it can get annoying and get repetitive. I can totally understand if, like, her audience bleeds because of that, because Heads get boring and the content is like, she's not doing anything different, she's not changing up, she's not innovating. Cool. Boom, that's fine. If Heads leave because of that, sure. But if you're, like, leaving because you're finding her offensive, because especially because of that other vid where you're thinking she's directly making fun of people that had malformed teeth, like, that's just unreasonable, because she just didn't do that. I don't know. They're gonna call Trilly the Shell. Trilly always shills for the girly pops. I ain't gonna lie, shout out them now. We always say.
From part of her audience to turn against her. But she still had a lot of supporters, so overall it looked good for her at the time. She seemed to be going pretty well. Her views are doing really well. A lot of her videos got millions of views, hundreds of thousands of likes, and overall she must have been making a lot of money. She still makes a decent amount of money and has millions of followers on all platforms, but she once again kind of doesn't
It's always the influencer girly pops. They be having a, you know what I'm saying, every time they be having a silver play button and gold play button, bro. I'm not gonna lie. They making good cheese. Nice ones.
Especially on YouTube. Before the exposed videos, she did a lot of interviews. She talked about how she responded to hate. She overall discussed how she became famous. And a lot of people would say this was because of pretty privilege once again. They would say she just blew up because of her beauty.
I think that's partially fair. I think that's partially fair. Like, we can all sit here and admit that. Like, yeah, she's obviously very unique looking, you know what I'm saying? She's very beautiful, gorgeous, pretty, girly pop. And that obviously is going to help. This is like the same thing with the Ice Spice argument. Like, yo, would Ice Spice be as famous as she is if she wasn't eating her oats? Let's get a buck. No. And we saw that with Skinny Spice. And that's not even, again, to make fun of Skinny Spice, because either way, Ice Spice still, excellent, babe. But, like, yeah. No, we can all sit here and be honest about that, John. So, yeah, I'm sure, like, heads will give that argument, and I would give credence to that a little bit. But when I say all of it is that, nah, like, she obviously still has to make the videos, yada, yada, do all this, that, and the third, and like.
And because of her looks, not because of any talent. I feel like if you're going to make this argument for one person, you got to make it for all TikTokers. Exactly. Most TikTokers that got famous off of dancing got famous partly because they're attractive. But before the exposed video, that was the main hate she would get, is the argument that she had pretty privilege, which is kind of like an argument most TikTokers get.
Yeah,
it's
which
kind
is
of
fair
like,
to a
yeah,
degree,
that could
again.
be true for a lot of TikTokers, but at the same time, random things blow up on TikTok all the time, so it's just kind of like, meh, it's an argument. Or
yeah, trust, you know how much fucking brain rot will actually blow up? It's bullshit. Nah, this shit's funny.
I remember got that argument a ton. So a lot of TikTokers get that. It's completely normal to get that when you blow up. So overall, it's just kind of like a meh argument. It wasn't really a controversy. It was just kind of the only reason people would hate on her. A few videos would call her cringe, but at the time before the exposed video, that was really the only criticism she got. It wasn't anything serious like the deformed teeth allegations and the other thing that we're going to get into in a minute. It was really just calling her cringe, which I feel like a lot of TikTokers get that once again.
Yeah, and like, and you could say partially so, you know what I'm saying? And even that's what I was saying about Lala Sadi, again, Clara Dow, Jasmine 10. Like, obviously, all their content really not gonna be for me. Most of their content is it's like promoted towards, you know, young women, teenage girls, you know what I'm saying? All that's not gonna be for me. So in like a slight degree, I'm gonna find that shit cringe as fuck. Like, I'm gonna find that junk cringe. Sometimes I'm gonna keep it a stack. But even still, within that, like, unless they're doing something that's truly like heinous or actually bad, or promoting, you know, things that could be potentially dangerous to their audience, like, whatever, bro, like, they junk gonna be cringe. Hey, as long as they not hurting people, bro,
So nothing really that caused real hate would come her way until this exposed video would come out. And yeah, once again, I feel like this is going to be really, really controversial, but I don't really agree with the exposed video. The second part is probably better than the first part. Arguably, I agree with it more than the first part, but overall, I just don't agree with it because it just is kind of filled with assumptions. And overall, I get their arguments and I get their point of view, but me personally, it just feels like it's kind of like a misunderstanding. The second argument is calling her out for being a hypocrite. This, once again, is kind of more of a valid argument, but we're going to have to kind of dissect it because it's an interesting perspective.
Yeah, I know I'll keep it a buck. I'll say what's on my mind. So
basically say that she's a hypocrite because in one video she calls herself ugly, but then in a different video she proceeds to ask the audience what type of pretty they think she is. Popular pretty, this pretty, that pretty, you get the idea. Which I can see where they're coming from. This is a bit hypocritical because at one point she's calling herself ugly, but then she calls herself pretty. So overall, it just seems like she's
so, like,
kind
the
of
heads
lying.
were saying earlier, like, yo, even like calling her pick me and all that junk to a degree. Yeah, I could agree with you on that type of junk. But not even, but literally, like Coco's Crazy saying, most of these influencer girls, most of the influencer guys, most of these influencers in general are kind of pick me to a degree because obviously you need to apply yourself to a certain audience. Obviously, you don't want to go down some of these heads routes, bro, building these echo chambers and all that type of jazz. But to a degree, like, you're gonna play into it. This is like the same thing again with like playing a character, like being a content creator. Like, you play up more into that character because you want to cultivate an audience that obviously likes that side of you, yada yada. Then third, so I can see her doing that. But if she legitimately was doing some genre like this, where like, oh yeah, man, I'm ugly, and then the next vid, guys, how pretty do you think I am? Am I a wonderful girly pop? Like, yeah, Nadine, babe, why are you doing this shit? It's giving pick me, babe. Like, come on, like, what are we doing?
Lying to her audience. Okay, after rewatching it, I have to admit, this kind of seems like a nothing burger. Like, what is bro on to? Absolutely nothing. So
yeah, because like he was saying, like, even going back on this, like, just so she can get the same reaction out of everyone and they all call her streaming pretty. Like, I'm going to be real with you. Yeah, They probably are. Why? Because a good amount of them, like I always do the breakdown, especially the one I did for Lala Sadi. Bro, you have the 50% of audience that are oblivious to any criticisms or any bad things that their favorite creator is doing, or you know what I'm saying, in this case Nadine is doing. You have the 25% that can see, you know what I'm saying, any criticisms going on, see what's going on with this creator, be able to look at it from a realistic standpoint. Then you got the heads who just don't care. So you know what I'm saying, and that major 50% for her is going to be heads that are fans of her. They always going to say, oh my god, Nadine, hey, don't worry, girly pop, you look so good, girly pop, you look so good. Like, we should expect that. So I don't understand. Like, yeah, obviously it's hypocritical for her to, you know what I'm saying, even like I was saying earlier, again, truly can't grammar, we under lagging, baby. But yeah, for real though, earlier, like I was saying, even with her being hypocritical, saying in the one vid, yeah, I'm not pretty, yada yada, and then going off to this one being like, oh, which type of pretty am I? Like, why is she doing it? But even with this, it's like, dude, you should expect our audience to always be pretty much on her side, especially the ones that are oblivious to anything that she's doing that could be criticized.
Okay, after rewatching it, I have to admit, this kind of seems like a nothing burger. Like, what is bro on to? Absolutely nothing. So I think they're trying to make the connection that she called herself ugly and therefore she can't call herself pretty later on. Well, newsflash, like, people can shift their view on their body. Sometimes you see yourself as ugly and sometimes you see yourself as pretty. I don't really see the point here. I guess they're kind of calling her a hypocrite and a pick-me because, you know, sometimes that one person will go, I'm ugly, when they're obviously not, so they'll get a bunch of people.
Yeah, it's like attention fishing, and I get that. Like, to a degree, again, she is doing that. Like, I will, let's sit here and not even lie. But what do we expect with especially the audience she's cultivating? Like, they're gonna adore her, they're gonna idolize her, which should they to the maximum degree? No, but like, even still, especially with the younger fans in her fan base, like, I'm like, oh my god, Nadine, of course you're good, you're gorgeous. In
their comments saying, no, you're really pretty, you're beautiful, you're wonderful, you're amazing, basically fishing for comments. I think that's more of what this video is accusing her of doing, which is possible, but at the same time, literally anyone on this planet can see themselves as ugly. It may not be her trying to be a pick-me.
And it's not even her, like, and that's what I'm saying. Even if you really want to say pick-me too, like,
literally anyone on this planet can see themselves as ugly.
Let's be honest here, like, yo, Nadine, babe, you look good. Like, Nadine, babe, nah, I'm not gonna lie, we got pretty girly pop, pretty lover, babe. I'm not gonna lie, like, in no regard is she ugly in any way. Like, are y'all seeing? So I can understand how heads would think she's fishing. Like, trust me, there are uglier heads on this earth. Trust and believe. Shoot, I'm one of them. But like,
it may not be her trying to be a pick-me. She may genuinely feel insecure at the moment when she made that video. I just feel like that's kind of a dumb thing to claim to expose her for. This exposed video was fairly successful. All the comments, well, not all, but the majority of the comments were on her side. And I can see why on the deformity part. Once again, I don't personally agree with it because for a while I was posting 1 million videos a day. And it's possible to just say something that could be taken.
Yeah, like heads, like, if anything, it's not even like taking out of context. Like, sometimes you just gonna make mistakes. That's just what it is. Every person is flawed and every person is going to make mistakes. There's no perfect human, you know what I mean? It just depends on, again, how you rebound and grow off of that. That's why I'm so hefty on Clara Dow and like, yo, I really dislike Clara Dow because it's like, yo, like, she clearly did something wrong, but she's not gonna learn nothing from it because she won't even acknowledge the fact that, one, she did something wrong, and two, the fact that she made a mistake, and to, again, grow, like I was saying earlier, off of mistakes and improve as a better person. You have to realize what mistakes you made, and she won't do that. So that's really tough. But yeah, even still, like, throughout life, obviously everyone is gonna have hard times, make mistakes, go through struggles, but like, it really just depends on how you build your character off of that. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna improve? Are you gonna become a better person? Are you gonna truly learn from the mistakes you made? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
The wrong way. But I can also see from their perspective, if you are around someone with deformed teeth or if you have experienced that, it can be really offensive, and I understand that. So both perspectives on that matter are valid, but on the second part, I'm just confused what they're arguing. I think they're kind of saying she's a hypocrite. I just don't see how she's a hypocrite. I just find that argument a little bit more dumb, but that exposed video got over 1,000 likes, so overall, there was a pretty decent amount of people that agreed with it, and probably likely for the first part, but also a lot of them thought she was a pick-me or probably still think she's a pick-me. So that's mainly the main reason why she has become more hated. Once again, yeah, kind of dumb overall. I feel like it was kind of a misunderstanding. It wasn't really a valid reason to hate on her. But then again, once again, I can see it from your perspective if you are on the other side. The main reason I wanted to discuss her is because I haven't seen her in forever, and I was curious why. And of course, it's just a huge assumption, but that video could have been why, because she's posted so much less. I remember when
she started spacing out her content more.
I used to watch YouTube Shorts once in a while. She was always someone that would pop up, and now she posts like once a month and will randomly leave, so she isn't quite as relevant on YouTube Shorts. And I don't know why. It's really none of my business, obviously, but that's the main reason why I decided to create this
honestly video. maybe it was part of criticism that she was getting for those vids, or maybe she just got burnout. Maybe she just got tired of posting. She was like, yo man, I just maybe not feeling content no more. Sometimes it happens, I'm not gonna lie. Actually, to a good amount of creators, it does eventually happen. You're like, dang, you get caught up in the rat race. You're trying to make sure you can get out the next vid, like, so you're not thinking about other things in your life. You could really get caught up. That's why I'm saying here, like, yo, to slop thy be, because I'm like, yo, if I feel like chatting up, talking about the vid, I'm gonna come up and do it. You know what I'm saying? Is that a privilege? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a whole stack. But shoot, I'm not gonna be the bull to tell y'all I'm not grateful for it. Hey, lace up.
Because I was interested in why some people were hating on her and where she had gone, because she still posts on TikTok almost daily, and she still posts on her Instagram story a lot. Yes, I did my research, I know, whatever, but she doesn't post quite as often on YouTube. And if it isn't for the hate videos, it could be for other reasons. People like Charlie D'Amelio and other TikTokers don't post on YouTube any times as much as often as
I ain't gonna lie, and that's crazy that they don't, because I would, bro. YouTube is where the most cheese is at.
They post on TikTok, mainly because they grew large on TikTok, and that's the main app they focus on. So it could just be something like that. But overall, I was just curious behind the reasoning on that. It could also be she's gotten a little bit more bored with these type of videos, because
that's all I was saying. She probably got burnout. Like, she probably just didn't feel like making content no more. She probably really wasn't feeling these vids.
Seemed kind of repetitive over time, which is kind of like boring. Like, maybe the process of making them isn't fun anymore, and she just has done them less. So there's multiple reasons why she could have done this. So I'm not saying it's directly due to that exposed video. I'm just saying she probably got quite a bit of hate from that video, because a lot of people agreed with it, even though parts of it were kind of incorrect. Another time I remember she got a lot of hate was when she made a video where she's like with another girl, and it's the trend where you like make faces of like happiness or sadness as a reaction to like something talking about a boy. Like, for example, he's tall, and then they'll like act happy because they like tall guys. Well, it was that trend, but it was he's short, and they all reacted badly, and all the comments were calling her out and saying she was a hypocrite for this, which I've kind of talked about this stuff before. She has expressed in a lot of her videos that she prefers tall guys over short guys, and a lot of people say she's a hypocrite.
Like, bro, who fucking cares, bro? People are gonna have preferences. Like, people are going to have preferences. It doesn't matter, bro. As long as people are respectful about the things that they're into, you know what I'm saying, when it comes, you know, finding a partner, you know what I'm saying, just expressing themselves to people. Like, as long as people are chill about it, like, yo, that's all we worried about. If she into the taller bros, that's just what it is. Like, yo, listen, that don't mean nothing for the short kings. That don't mean nothing for the short kings. Never. You know what I'm saying? Short kings still gonna eat. They already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But, like, are we really about to sit here and be like, oh my god, it's the end of the world? Like, even if this shit is hypocritical, like, damn, she need to be canceled over her shit. Bro, like, come on, bro.
For this, because she preaches body positivity and loving things you can't control, and obviously guys can't control their height, which I can definitely see this does
like, like that even more or less, I guess, plays into that shit. But honestly, like, who fucking cares? Is she truly out here saying like, oh my god, motherfucker, if you are short, nigga, you ain't shit, you ain't shit, like, nah, bro, she just prefer taller motherfuckers, bro. It's not even on that factor. It's not saying, she not saying every fucking, like, you know what I'm saying, short bull is just not worthy of attention. They not on shit, bro. She just don't prefer the short guys. Like, bro, the short king, she not into him, I guess.
Seem like hating on men for this reason, and you could compare it to the girl I talked about previously, Jasmine Tan, who also preached positivity but then hated on men.
Nah, Jasmine Tan straight up hated men. She was like, yo, man, you can never find any ugly girly pops. You can never find no ugly girly pops, which most girly pops is beautiful. Shout out y'all again. But then she go look at the ugly guys, bro. You could always find the ugly bros, though. All the ugly guys. And then she instilling this shit on her sister. Like, nah, she really doing some out-of-pocket, outrageous shit, bro. Don't even make me mention about the 21-year-old mom. You know, the one that could, you know, saying fully file her taxes. Yo, we about to really get to chatting. Let me not even.
A lot of content kind of tearing them down, saying they're ugly, blah, 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 blah. I can definitely see where this is from. It really just comes from the angle of, are people allowed to have preferences in relationships? Yeah. Or is it just hating on men overall? Like, is she just simply saying what she prefers?
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe she's not calling small guys ugly. She's just saying she prefers to date a tall guy. So I can't find the old video. I can find somewhere she says she prefers tall guys, but I can't find the video where she's kind of making faces. But I do remember seeing it, so I don't know if it's deleted or what happened to it. So yeah, these small controversies, except for the exposed video, which was kind of a larger one, didn't really come close to destroying her reputation or career. It really just made her kind of hated in certain areas. But overall, she's been doing okay. She posts less, but overall, when she does post, she doesn't receive tons and tons of hate like other influencers who have been exposed do. She receives still lots of love. And the exposed video was successful, but at the same time, there were a lot of people that were siding with her. So overall, I feel like this incident is just kind of dumb. It's kind of a nothing burger, and it's kind of just a reminder that anything can be taken the wrong way on the internet. So that's pretty much the video. I thought I'd do a video like this before I move into a pretty long video I have coming up that's going to take a lot of editing. That way I can kind of buy myself more time.
Girly Papa's cooking.
About that video. It's definitely going to be an interesting watch. I hope you subscribe to my animation channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment critiquing me or answering something I've been wondering in this video. Whatever you want to say, comment it. Make sure to like the video, support my channel. I have plenty more videos you could watch. And overall, hope you enjoyed this video.
Of course. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out Love a Babe. Coke was crazy. We love to see it, girly pop. We got how Nadine Breaty suddenly became hated. Of course, you guys want to watch the original video, the OG vid, without the Trilly app. That will be down in the description. First link. Go share the love again. Like I said, with Coco is crazy. And y'all already know what it is. It's going to be there. Final Opinions and Conjecture. Yeah, like the whole thing with Natalie, like, you know, Nadine Breaty. Like, I just think, like, yeah, pretty much like Coco is crazy saying, it could it could potentially be looked at as a nothing burger. And in other, like, cases, again, her kind of being hypocritical, you know, with saying, even with this thing we just heard to end, like, you know what I'm saying, okay, you're supposed to be body positivity, but like, you guys, you're in opposition of short guys, even though it's more or less just her preference, more or less than her just hating overall men because they're short, like, which doesn't make any sense. And then the whole, you know, saying the malformed teeth situation, I don't think she was making fun of those, you know what I'm saying, people with, you know what I'm saying, obviously deformities in their teeth. But if some people are offended, I could see to a degree how you could, because, like, obviously, you know what I'm saying, you're going through a struggle. You wouldn't want people to a degree making fun of that or going how they're playing up or jazzing up a situation that is obviously painful and a struggle for you. But still, I don't think she was going that direction. But I don't know. Maybe Trilly is shilling. Maybe Trilly is shilling. I don't know. Maybe they say I'm glazing, but I don't really think this situation that deep for Nadine Breaty. But she's not even really posting that much anymore. Like, you know, Coco Crazy was saying, she's kind of posting more spaced out. So I don't know. We're gonna see. Is she gonna truly fall all the way off, or does she still have something to write out on? Because I'll tell you what, some of these other influencer girls, they Jones taking a hit. Woo, tough. But besides that, again, shout out Coco's crazy, and I'm finna catch y'all on the flip, baby. Peace.